Hi, this is Danny Howard, and you're watching Only the Beat. I was introduced to dance music actually at a very early age, maybe like 8 years old, because my older brother, he fancied himself as a bit of a DJ and used to, have his vinyl decks, had Technics 1210s at home, and he always used to be on them. And that was my first introduction to, what a DJ actually did. And I tried to have a go myself, and I really couldn't do it. So it was always something I wanted to pursue, being a DJ. I always had an interest in dance music. I used to go out as soon as I was old enough to go out, maybe a little bit younger than I was supposed to actually. I used to go to clubs and see all my favourite DJs play, dreaming of one day I'll be able to go out and experience this for myself. The second year, I was made to resit that entire year, even though I only failed 2 modules out of like 8 modules or something. So the year after, when I was resitting, I only had to go in on a Friday. So I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday to do nothing. So I decided to teach myself to DJ, and I taught myself on vinyl decks. I got my friend's old turntables. They were a bit dusty, and I just taught myself to mix on actual vinyl. But by the time I got into the club, it was just CDs, so I literally went straight onto CDJs. BBC Radio 1 is famous for dance music worldwide, through Pete Tong and Annie Mac. They're responsible for breaking some of the biggest tracks and some of the biggest artists in the world. And I think if you're a dance music fan, especially if you're in the UK, you listen to Radio 1 to hear what the next big thing is going to be. So I was listening to Radio 1 for like 10 years before I even entered this competition. And then when I heard that they were doing the competition, I was like, I'll never win that, And then some family and friends sort of gave me some encouragement. Were like, just do it, you never know. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do it. And the long story short is that I ended up winning it, which I never ever expected. The prize was to play for Radio 1 in Ibiza, which is another place where I dreamed of playing. So it was sort of 2 birds with 1 stone, playing for Radio 1 and in Ibiza. It was just an incredible moment that at the time you don't realise it's happening until you look back and go, shit, that was pretty good, At Ushuaia as well. Ended up being like a 7,000 people party in one of the best venues on the island. So it was, it was the moment I look back to is where sort of this whole journey really started. Sirius XM I'd heard a lot about. The first thing I heard about Sirius XM was that BBC Radio 1 used to broadcast some of their shows on the network, but I think that's stopped now. But my first introduction was through Paul Oakenfold. He's part of my management team, and he's sort of acts as a bit of a mentor for me, which is a great person to have. And he already does his own show, and he has a great relationship with the guys at Sirius. And he just introduced me, and we had a few talks, and decided to try something. And it's been a year now, so I'm happy, and I think they're happy. And more and more every week, I'm seeing more people getting in touch over Twitter and Facebook and saying that they're enjoying the show. So hopefully that'll continue. I've got a couple of tracks coming out on Spinning Records in the new year. I'm working on a new track with the Polar Bears, which probably isn't a shock to anybody. I'm just like I say, I'm looking to take not a different direction, but more evolve with like my sound that I've been putting out over the last couple of years. So it's last 2 years been more on a progressive vibe, and it's been really, really fun, and been playing the shows that I've been playing. But I think now I want to keep it houseier.